Hi guys, just wanted to try and do a quick video for you guys on something that I found really helpful. I'm no expert with Blender, I'm a complete newbie and I've been struggling with something, and I've had a lot of help from a lot of the guys on the group, and I appreciate it, thanks guys. But I've been really struggling with animation of like ailerons, especially where you've got a steep dihedral or you've got a swept wing or something like that. And as you can see in this wing, it's got a few different sweep points in the wing where it goes up. So it goes up from there. So the problem is when you're trying to animate, because the rotation tool is based on the axis, just the standard axis, it doesn't actually rotate the object properly. So, for instance, if I want to try and animate this, and thanks guys for showing me how to even select the object for animation. I didn't even know how to do that, to set the cursor to there and then right click and origin to 3D cursor. That's absolutely great. I didn't even know how to do that. But the issue that I've been having is when you try and now animate this, if you were to try and rotate that around the x-axis, you can see it doesn't animate properly. So what you've got to do is you've got to put it where you want it, and then you've got to try and move it about, get it, and it's just a complete pain. So let's just get that back. So I managed to find something online today which actually allows you to change how the rotation tool sits on the article that you want to animate. So you can change the axis, and it's really helpful. It helps a lot. So all you need to do is just do your normal selection as you would. Make sure you are in local up here, then go across to the top right hand side to options, select origins, and then you'll see when you do that, it brings up the actual axis that each rotation is following. And what you can see is when you try and rotate the leading edge of the aileron, it's trying to rotate it along the x-axis, which isn't going to work because, as you can see, you've got a lot of dihedral there and you've got a lot of wing sweep there. So it's not actually following the correct axis. So what you can do, if I get rid of the wing so you can see it a bit clearer, once you've got that options and you've selected origins and you're in local mode, all you then do is take your tool and rotate it, and you just got to eyeball it. Basically just try and line it up between so that it runs parallel with those lines there, so that you're following the correct axis. And go to your top view and do the same again. So you want that X, the red one on the bottom right hand side there, to run parallel with your leading edge again, and just get it as close as you can. And now when you look at it, the axis is now following. That one's actually a little bit out. The axis is following the leading edge. So now, if I go back here, when I go to do my animations, and this is very important, what you've got to remember is before you start applying any keys, make sure you go back up to options and remove origins. You don't want that on there. If you don't remove it and you start applying your keys, realize you've done it wrong. It completely messes it up and you've got to take away all your keys and start again. So now I can set my center as I rotate up, and you can see it's actually given me the perfect rotation that I wanted along that leading edge. and I've done it wrong there. So let's set that. Go back. Set that. And now you can see it follows the correct rotation path along the leading edge. Now you may have a lot of wings which don't require this because they don't have any dihedral on them. A lot of power aircraft like Cessnas, things like that, are like that. And also generally the hinge line follows the axis anyway. There's not a lot of sweep on it. But you do sometimes come across, especially like gliders' wings, as you can see this model here. It's got quite a lot of dihedral, and it steps at different points. So you've got a step, step, another step, and then the main part of the wing. So it makes it a bit more difficult. What's going on now? To be able to do the animations, but this will help a lot with the rudder and also your gear doors. Sometimes the gear doors also don't line up with the axis exactly, so it allows you to actually set the axis along the leading edge so that the hinge line follows that leading edge, and that's exactly what you want, and that allows you to get a nice smooth clean rotation. Anyway, as I said, I'm not an expert on this. There's probably 101 easier ways to do it, but that's helped me a lot, and I just thought I'd share it with you guys. Thanks very much. Take care. Bye.